Well, here we are. We finally got the fucking. Was it worth it? I ask you. I've been watching some of these videos and we're getting strange responses. We got Matthew Street, who did the first review, and like I said, we could not trust that review. But now we got Track X Track, who, let's face it, he's not a sycophant. He's not a big. He likes McCartney, but he's a music man, you know. So we got a more balanced opinion, which is sort of a bit Mazzy-ish, you know. And that reminds me, we got a Mazzy opinion, which is always gonna, oh yes, it's a wonderful way where he puts the trumpet in towards the end. It's absolutely wonderful. And even if fuck off, it's not. It's a bunch of crap, and you're the only person in the whole world that appreciates it. So his opinion can't be trusted, Melinda. His opinion cannot be trusted. It doesn't matter how nice his hat is. He knows nothing. And then we've got Mr. Mayo, who's doing the predictable thing and sort of saying, yeah, it's all right, I like it. And who else was? Oh, and this, the worst one of all, Andrew Dixon. Andrew Dixon, now, he was so excited. He got his album early through dubious means. And then he started saying, oh, yeah, and he was sweating. He was so excited. I'm going to do a live stream. We're all going to listen together and go through the album, which is as stupid as Rock Boy's idea with Egypt Station, because he's sitting there with headphones on. And you're supposed to think, well, hang on, how can I enjoy the music with you and see your reaction if you've got headphones on and I'm supposed to be listening to the fucking album at this end? No, it don't work like that. And anyway, if you want to do that with Ringo's new EP, never heard this, did we? We never heard this coming. Well, don't worry, because people worry about copyright. No fucker's going to bother with copyrighting that shit, are they? Come on. if you can get it played anywhere, it's a bonus, isn't it? Oh, and everyone's going mad about that as well. But for once, Mason, aka, what was his name? Mr. Eminem. Yeah, Mr. Eminem said he's very upset about Ringo's new single, and I don't blame him. I mean, I did actually listen to it last night, and it's fucking annoying, you know. And this is the bottom line. This is what I want to talk to you about, because I've heard snippets of the album, and I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just not going to bother. Stephen Schnee, he's not even going to listen to it, because he also knows about music, and he'll be the first to tell you. And this is maybe where I found this story out, but listen carefully, vinyl nerds, because you should be aware about this. The penny really dropped for me. It was 1989 now. I hadn't had nothing to do with Paul McCartney since, not even press to play, because my mum bought me that. I didn't want it, you know. Before all that stuff, I didn't buy all the best, but my mum got me that as well. So, you know, the thing was still going, but it was dead. It was already dead, you know. And next thing, I get, you know, it's 1989, and I'm just, you know, I have a real good time. I'm out and about and everything. And I think to myself, oh, you know what? I'm going to go and get myself a couple of albums. So I went in the shop and I said, oh, that's Sowing the Seeds of Love. That's a good song. The album's come out, Seeds of Love. I think I'll buy that. That looks good. I'm excited about that. Already I'm excited about that. Oh, but Paul McCartney's also done a new album, Flowers in the Well, I've got enough money on me. I'll buy it. Yeah, it'd be good to have it in the collection. I can hear it for the first time, you know. Anyway, I get set. First thing I want to do is listen to Tears for Fears album, because I'm far more excited about it, because my expectations are a lot higher for the Tears for Fears. Therefore, I'm more excited for it. Okay, so there we are. And then I get to Paul McCartney. Maybe I should have been more enthusiastic, but I'm thinking, no, this is, but funnily enough, you know, I haven't, although it had been released for a couple of months, I hadn't heard too much of, you know, the songs or the music, you know, and that's always a bad sign if you listen to the radio and you don't get snippets of the album coming at you. You know, if something's really good, people know about it. The word spreads. But I had heard a lot about this Flowers in the Dirt being very good, it's got fucking Elvis Costello collaborating with him. Now, back in the day, I liked Elvis Costello music. Very good songwriter. Fucking annoying wanker in real life. You'd want to punch him within about 2 seconds of meeting him. I just know you would. You would. But anyway, they did. But like, let's not let that get in the way of artistic splendor. So, although I wasn't thinking this, even people like Paul McCartney, Elvis Costello working together, I was thinking, oh, it sounds interesting in a kind of a, you know, fucking old grey whistle test type experiment, but not like, oh, this is a clash of titans. Never occurred to me it was like that. More sort of, oh, we're just getting together, we write a few songs. So none of this Lennon McCartney shit come into it. Anyway, having heard the album, first of all, I'm already feeling pretty weird because I'm thinking the critics are being nice about this album, and I just listened to a song called Distractions, which was horrific. Anyway, I carries on through the album, and I'm not impressed. At the time, I did like the song Put It There. It's a catchy number. It's pretty good. Now though I think of it in lyrical terms, and I think it's a bit shit. It's a bit too. Why are you bothering? Why are you bothering even making this music? Whereas on the Tears for Fears side, every single track fantastic. If we want backing singers on the Tears for Fears, we've got Alita Adams. Not a famous person at the time. Probably not a famous person now. But during that particular year, her profile was raised. It was because of her wonderful voice. Now, that's choosing a backing singer. They heard her when they was in America at some jazz club or something. She's singing along, and they just went up to, look, we'd love to have you on our album. Magic, and the music itself all the way through. It's just like an amazing trip full of highs and lows. And the stereo, it's like nothing I've heard before. It's wonderful. This is what stereo's about. People who know how to use stereo, people who know how to make music. And this is why, I'm not going to fucking listen to this because it's the bottom line. I want an album. Generally, I'd pick compilation albums because I'm getting the best work. It's as simple as that. So, like I said, I can call myself a fan if I've just got a greatest hits album. I like them enough to have their greatest hits. And that's it. That's my saying. Yes, I like you, and I don't have to, and don't think I'm one of those people who goes out and everyone says this is a great album. I do not possess Bat Out of Hell. I do not possess Led Zeppelin 2, believe it or not. There's a lot of classic albums I won't buy because I might have heard them in the past and thought, well, it doesn't rock my boat enough for me to buy them. And I wouldn't buy any music these days because I download it all for free because I've paid enough for music in the past. And like I said, I'm a non-materialist person, St. Francis. So there we are. And that's it. And so Paul McCartney shouldn't be singing. He's 78 years old. He's an old man. I'm trying to think of other people who sang late into life. They tended to be singers, not groups, but singers. So you'd get your Frank Sinatra or these people who performed at Vegas, and they was it was like, oh, let's go and see them, but they're dying. These people were dying on stage; they couldn't sing anymore. I mean, I'd heard someone who went to see Frank Sinatra one of his last gigs or something, and he said, "Oh, he couldn't hit the notes. He was all." But he did say his voice was unmistakably Frank Sinatra still, even though he couldn't sing like he could. You were going, you were getting the sound of his voice, which is the reason he's famous, really. And so, where's Paul McCartney think that he fits into this veteran singer? He doesn't really. I don't think he's had his chances to be the veteran singer, but he's fucked it up by trying to constantly, be Mr. Youngster, Mr. Trendy, and it don't work with him. It really doesn't. Well, I think all doors are now shut for him. I think he's repeating himself so much with his style of the album. He tries different things, but then it all harks back. Let's get a little Beatle flourish going on there in there, so it gets all the people happy. Let's do a couple of interviews where I say how much I love John, how wonderful it all was in the Beatles. Let's say we all wanked over a potato just to get the kids involved. You know what I mean? It's just this time you've got to say, "Oh, I don't wish you dead, Paul McCartney. I don't. I wish you long life, but just fuck off now, will you?" Oh, oh, by the way, don't forget Friday night Andrew Dixon's live stream. I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there? Let's cause some trouble.